Good evening, everybody. This is Radio Free Mormon, and welcome to Mormonism After Dark, where all the cool cats hang out at the end of a long week to sit back, relax, and deconstruct with family and friends. Welcome to the Post-Mormon Lounge. All right, now this is a full moon that you can see, and there's going to be a full moon here in a couple days before May's out. It might be tomorrow night. It's going to be the second full moon in the month of May 2026, today's date being May 29th, 2026. And that makes it a blue moon, the second full moon in the same month. I'm very happy to tell you that we have someone very, very important co-hosting the show tonight. And he's coming to us direct from, it's Kentucky or Tennessee. I can't remember which one of those rebel states it is. Nathan Hinckley, which one is it? How are you doing?
Oh, RFM, what's up? It's Tennessee. Don't say Kentucky. That's bad.
No, I'm sorry about that. Y'all kind of look the same from over here.
Oh, okay.
But I know you share a long, straight border, correct?
We do, and I actually live very close to that border.
Oh, good. Let me turn this music down. Really is very nice, but I'm just going to turn it slowly down. I don't really have a slow glide on this. It just kind of goes off. And that's it. And that's it.
It's such good music, though. I really like that.
It's really nice. And you know, Nathan, I want to let everybody out there know, if they don't know about you already, that you are a bishop, or you used to be a bishop. They say once a bishop, always a bishop. And if that's true, you're still a bishop. Is that right?
Well, unless removing my name changes that, but I never remember hearing that, stipulation. So I guess I'm a bishop.
No. And I guess if that's true, then maybe once a second counselor, always a second counselor in my case.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, RFM. I've never heard that said before.
No, well, I'm going to start it right now.
But I have all my stuff. And first of all, you didn't tell me you was dressing up with the bow tie and everything. So,
yes.
Tell
me you've never watched the show without saying you've never watched the show. That's why I asked you. I remember I texted you after you said, yeah, I'll come on. And I texted you, have I told you what the show is about? Or do you know what the show is about? Oh, look at this.
I'm here to party, RFM. I'm not
in the right place.
I saw that it said this is for adults only. And
yeah,
so,
I'm starting to feel a seizure coming on.
I've got all my stuff. I've got my lemon drops that my sexy little lady just brought me.
Lemon drops. Hi there. Amy, how are you doing?
Oh, it's Amy.
Amy.
Oh, I've got my I love my wife undies. That's important. We've talked about those before. I've got my seer stone.
Yes.
Oh, I've got another seer stone. I don't know if you can see that, but
what is it? Is that like a chess piece in onyx?
Well, I don't know. It's a lot better looking than my chocolate covered stone, though. It's never mind.
Oh, is that like a torso? Is that a female torso or something? It takes me a while. First, I thought it was a rabbit. Then I thought maybe it was a knight from a chess set.
Yeah, I don't play chess, but I'll take your word for it.
Hey, is there a function on that tie where it just holds steady?
You know what? Yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, I could have given you, like disclaimer that it might send you into epileptic seizures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grand Mal.
Yeah. But I've got all my stuff here, so I'm ready to go.
When you say all your stuff, this is exciting because a lot of people may not know that you yourself are an accomplished musician and singer.
Well, I appreciate that. I enjoy music. I was raised by musicians. Mom and dad, they made their living by playing mostly country music at places like Dollywood.
Yes.
Or
now, for those in the audience who don't know and haven't heard of Dollywood, like you have and I have, where is that? Is that's in Virginia or somewhere?
No, it's in Tennessee, and it's in a place called like Pigeon Forge or Sevierville or maybe Gatlinburg. People have heard of that.
Yeah.
But it's basically just a big tourist area, and Dollywood was one of the first things that kind of brought that to town. So,
is it true that it's like Disneyland for rednecks?
Well, sure. I've never been to Disneyland, but there's probably quite a few rednecks there, so I'll go along with that.
Okay. I've never been, but there's rides and there's attractions and
there's rides, there's shows, there's all the things.
Okay, and the big stampede or something.
The Dixie Stampede, yep.
That's it.
Oh well, actually they changed the name. They changed the name of that too. I think the Stampede. You were right.
Okay, great. Well, you say you got a lot of things there. What do you have there? Ready to go.
So I told you about my underwear.
Yes, we heard about the underwear.
I got my cowboy hat. It's important.
See, Mormons go from not talking about their underwear at all to stopping strangers on the street corner to tell them.
Well, yes, Mormons do that, but I admit that I'm a little bit out there. I'm a little off the wall, you could say.
That's why we're so happy that you're here tonight.
Over the top, my wife says. Thank you, honey.
What is behind that black drape to your right?
Right here?
Yes.
That's a window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
But the other day, RFM, so my allergies are pretty bad this time of year. Mm-hmm. So I have to take medicine. Well, I grabbed the purple pill box, and instead of taking my Allegra, I took Viagra yesterday. So it was a wild day. I'll tell you that much. I was hoping for a little sexy time, and I kept
the livestock doing okay.
I kept sneezing, and it was just a total mood killer because I didn't take my allergy medicine, so it didn't work out too good for me.
Right. So yeah, that's a sad story. Are you doing better now? You're doing fine now.
I said I have all my things, and I have my proper allergy medicine.
Okay, good. And is that lemonade that you're drinking there?
Yeah, this is homemade lemon drops.
Oh, that looks like Bacardi.
Well, yeah, I don't know what's in it, but she makes some
rum.
Is it rum?
Are you just reusing the bottle, or is that what came in the bottle originally?
Are we reusing the bottle, or did it come like this? It's a mixture. Lemons, Bacardi rum. Is delicious.
Okay. Well, look for that at your local liquor store, folks. What do you have? Do you have like a guitar anywhere nearby?
I have many.
Can you choose one that you'd like to play us a song on? Maybe I'm thinking a song by George Strait. Wendy is a huge fan of yours. She actually searches out videos of you and watches them over and over when you're singing. And she says you are so good.
Well, I appreciate that.
I may have overstated it a bit, but she does think you're very talented.
Where's Wendy at tonight?
God only knows. Where, oh, where are you tonight?
So you say that she's a big George Strait fan, right?
Yes. I understand everyone is.
Okay. Well,
Amarillo by Morning?
You mentioned that you like that song, or it. So let's do some of it or all of it or whatever you want.
I am a rapt audience.
You gonna sing with me, RFM? Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio, Everything that I've got is just what I've got on. When that sun is high in that Texas sky, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. Took my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe, lost my wife and a girlfriend somewhere along the way. I'll be looking for aid when they pull that gate. I hope that judge ain't blind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I've got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. That's a George Strait song there for you, RFM. He's got the big applause coming.
That's fantastic. Absolutely incredible. Really. I muted myself because I wanted to make sure that, that you were singing without any sounds from this.
Well, I appreciate that. Sometimes this program doesn't like the guitar. Sometimes it's in and out. Hopefully that worked for you.
Well, I wonder, I'm not looking at the live chat just now. Let me put it up here. I'm sure a few people have said something. Oh, let me go all the way down. I was just wondering if Wendy was watching. Hopefully she is. Yep. Nathan is so talented. I love to hear him sing. There you go, right there. Wendy's your number one fan.
I love Wendy. It was great to meet her back at Thrive too.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I know you grew up singing with your family. You talked about it a little bit when you were on the show, Mormonism Live, I think it was.
Yeah, so we used to sing a little bit with mom and dad. Then me and my two brothers started a band. If you Google around, you'll see the Hinckley brothers doing some stuff. We did do some EFY entertainment. That was pretty fun.
Well, tell us about that.
Well, it was just a couple EFYs in Kentucky that had reached out to ask us to come and provide the entertainment.
Nathan, just the background is EFY stands especially for youth, and it is an LDS church program for youth where they bring a bunch of them together from kind of a bigger area to spend a week or 2 weeks together and have all these activities that are supposed to promote their spirituality and their faith in Jesus.
Right. Yeah. And so we were able to do that. We enjoyed it at the time. But, both of my two brothers are still active and faithful in church. And so when we left 3 years ago, it kind of broke up that group. But, I was kind of done with that because I wanted to do what I actually love, which is country music. We were doing sort of country, but kind of a different whole thing, a whole brothers group type thing. We tried out for some of the, American Idol type things. And we did okay on a few of them. But anyways, so for the past Okay, so I started podcasting. Most of the people know my story, but I started podcasting. I did it for a year. Like, I hit it hard and I loved it. But then I started playing music and playing out and making a band. And we've got a gig tomorrow, and I played a few days ago. So, honestly, that just kind of took over. I enjoy podcasting, but I enjoy music and being out. And so, to be honest, I do miss a lot of the Friday night shows because we're usually out what we call honky tonkin' RFM. Do you know what that is?
Only distantly. I've heard about this.
Yeah, so just we love going out, finding new bands, finding new venues, whether it's a bar or a dance hall or whatever. That's just something that my wife and I really had never done at all.
Mm-hmm.
But some of that was we had younger kids and stuff. But yeah, most weekends we're out. If I'm not playing or performing, then we're out, finding other local bands and things. So that is something we really enjoy.
I think that's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Now, before I go on to anything else, I don't want to miss anything. If you've got something else there on your magic desk that you wanted to share.
Well, I think I've went through most of my props. Of course, I've got my hat, but there's an inappropriate message going across it, and my wife would have to change it.
Can I see it? Can we see it?
No, she'll have to change it. I can't remember what we were doing. I can't remember. Very, very inappropriate.
Okay.
But I think this hat would be great for you're driving down the road and you're getting road rage and you type out something
yes.
and you just look over at someone and you give them a message. But my wife, she has control of my hat.
Yes.
Yeah. And people are going to
screen grab that, and let us all know in the live chat, will you, what the heck that said?
Why does it say tits? Yeah. Okay, it's inappropriate.
This is the show. It's a Kwaku hat. It's Kwaku merch.
RFM, I don't have anything else on my desk. I had a couple little pictures that I could share.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, before we get to that, I just want to mention something to the audience. A couple of somethings. First off, I received in the mail my copy of Thomas Murphy's new book. Let me put it right up here like this. Okay. And you can see it right there. It's Unsettling Scripture, Iroquois and the Book of Mormon. Okay. That is his brand new book. And we're going to have him on the show to talk about this. We had him on a few months ago where he talked about it. It was in the works and upcoming. Actually, I think it might have been the end of last year. Time flies. But regardless, it is out now. And Unsettling Scripture, Iroquois and the Book of Mormon by Thomas W. Murphy. And one other thing I wanted to bring up, because I got a letter in the mail from Missouri. And I got this, I think it was yesterday. And let me see here. I want to read the letter, but I'm not going to include the name of the person who sent it to me. But it does say, greetings from Missouri. Love the show. Admire the effort you put into it. It's not easy. I'm writing to try to express a thought I had about the John DeLynn lawsuit and court time, etc. coming up. Should the court go with John DeLynn in favor? What will the church do? Refile, cry persecution? And how will all the apologists react? Cry unfair? The system failed? I'm so sorry. Something rules. My eye, it's very dim in here because I have it intentionally dim for the mood of the Mormonism After Dark, that whole deal. It just makes it really difficult for me to read things. I apologize. Oh, evil rules. Or what if the court favors the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints? What will be the reaction? Another July 24th celebration, a state holiday, and the reaction from all the paid apologists gloating to levels of disgust. After all, no unhallowed hand. and they can gloat and glow. Glow? I think it's glow. They can gloat and I'm so sorry if I'm butchering this and you're watching, and boost their testimonies, glow and boost their testimonies. The behavior will be truly revealing about the people they truly are. So thank you. Keep going. Just a rant. I hope you great success. We will see what happens. And then signed. So, yeah, it's like as silly as I see this lawsuit to be, I am aware that there are people, and a lot of them who are faithful Mormons, who are seeing this as a really good thing that the church is taking on the dragon, like St. George. And finally, they're going to go after somebody who is an enemy to the church. So that has their blood all fired and they're all go, go, go. So there's a lot of people who think this is a great thing that the church is suing John DeLynn. But other people think it's a terrible thing. And, a lot of that, not all of it, okay. So I'm not saying this about everybody, but I think a lot of it just has to do with partisanship and which side you're on. And there's a lot of people who don't know really any details about the lawsuit, just that it exists. And so if you're lined up, with John DeLynn, then it's bad. And if you're lined up with the church, then it's good. I've kind of dug into the guts of it, and I think it's a ridiculous lawsuit. And I don't think the church has a lot of hope of winning this lawsuit. But that's just me as an attorney looking at it. So that's my answer to the question that was proposed there as best I could. What did you think, Nathan?
So I wrote a short little thing on Facebook about a month ago, and it got 19 shares, which for something I write, that's significant. And it was about this. Is it okay if I read it real quick?
Sure. This is what it is down here?
Yeah. I said, I'm just going to be real. I know this is obvious to most of you, but for those that it's not, when President Nelson made Mormon a bad word, every faithful member immediately removed it from their pages, their branding, and even their vocabulary. Hell, my own brother-in-law told me in an argument, who is this Mormon church you keep talking about? Oh, that boiled my blood. But anyway, you know who didn't take the name Mormon out? John DeLynn, making a clear sign to any faithful person that this podcast is not affiliated with the LDS Church. This lawsuit is a sham and it's bullying. Nobody would honestly think that a podcast with the word Mormon in it is affiliated with the LDS Church. So I think that's the part about it that makes me I'm so disappointed that it's not truthful. Like, the church knows that that nobody is going there thinking that it's a faithful site. So they are lying. It's not honest. It's not truthful. And that really boils my blood.
Well, yeah. You're from the volunteer state?
Yeah.
Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would expect it to boil your blood. Oh my gosh. Hey, I got to ask you a question. Maybe I don't, but let me at least put up the, I'm going to invite everybody in here in a second, okay? So they can talk to you, tell you how wonderful they think you sing, all that kind of stuff. And but we still got just a few more minutes, and I'll also put a few things there. But let me see here. What is it I want to do? I want to find, something. At some point, I think I lost my slides. Sorry about that, everybody. It could happen to anybody, and I'm trying to retrieve them right now. Okay?
Can I share something while you retrieve that?
Yeah, you go ahead.
So this slide, I don't know if people have seen this before. So this is a really cool site. It is this slide here, RFM. Can you? Yeah. So if you go to whyileft.hero KU app, I don't know what that is, but whyileft.hero HERO KU app. you get this where people are going on, and each one of those is just someone that has left the church. And then if you click on it, you see why. And so you can scroll all the way out. This is just a screenshot, but you can scroll all the way out into the whole world. And then here's zoomed in on my house right here. So right here, if you zoom in on, here's what I put back in 2024. Church ain't what they said it was. President Hinckley said there's two options, true or biggest fraud ever. That's what I wrote back in 2024. So, I'm always pretty interested to go on there and just see how quick it's growing. And, whether people leave or stay, I don't care. But things like this lawsuit, even my own dad, who's faithful and active, told me, no, I don't like this lawsuit. I don't support it. So I think we're going to see a lot more of these smiley faces popping up.
Yeah. Is there a reason that there's a line out in the West? In other words, a north-south line on those smiley faces?
I think I don't know. It was probably just had to do with my screenshot, I suppose, or maybe it hadn't loaded when I took that shot. But
maybe.
I think
there's got to be some people in maybe Utah who've left.
Yeah. Oh, and then oh my gosh. Well, I don't want to take up time if you have your slides, RFM.
I have them, but we want you to take up time. What were you going to say?
Well,
by the way, you look very nice in a tuxedo. I'm sorry, yours is at the cleaners.
Well, sorry about that. You get the t-shirt today. Well, a couple things that have been, going around, at least on my Facebook feed, is this garment stuff where you've got these influencers like, oh my gosh, you can show your garment. It doesn't matter. You can let it hang off your shoulder. I had a couple little Facebook posts that kind of got quite a bit of attention with that. Have you seen this stuff going around recently, RFM?
No, this doesn't come up in my feed.
Okay. Well, I bet you that a lot of the people listening have seen this, and you're getting some ridiculous stuff. You're getting girls wearing see-through shirts, kind of like my see-through undies right here, my mesh undies.
They're mesh.
Yeah. Yeah, you got these girls wearing mesh shirts just covering their garments and online.
So it's garment porn.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I've been talking about that a little bit on my Facebook page. The other one was
so do you like it or not?
No, that's a big I mean, I've talked a lot about this whole thing. I mean, in a way I love it, RFM. I just hate that we were told what we were told for all those years, and now to find out, it doesn't really matter. Right? I mean, my wife was shamed. We've been through this before. When my wife was shamed for wearing a dress on an event, a black tie event, that she decided after we had sort of found out some problems, we're like, you know what? We're not going to let the church tell us what we can and can't wear. She wore a dress that wasn't, garment approved at the time. Now it would be. And she was raked across the coals for it. So, I mean, I'm very passionate about that whole subject and topic. And no, I don't like that it's changing. I mean, I say that, and on the other hand, I kind of do. But it's tough. The other thing that I have recently shared is just this whole thing about how flippant missionary work is becoming. And I don't know if you see this, but like this is just a screenshot. But if you were to hit play, she's saying, "What's up, y'all? We're missionaries. What's up?" It's like we would have never thought about doing an official church thing saying, "What's up, y'all?" And it's just, that sounds like it's nitpicky maybe to some people, but the way that, we were like, you had to shine your shoes, and you had to speak exactly how Jesus would speak. And I mean, just seeing how watered down everything is becoming, and how just nonchalant and flippant the missionaries are. I don't know. It just really irks me.
You're starting to sound like an old codger. Next thing I expect you to be saying is, get off my lawn.
Yeah, whippersnappers.
So this really bothers you, eh?
It does. What's up, y'all? We're missionaries. But I have a theory. I do have a theory, and I'd like to hear your take on this.
Okay.
My theory is that because the church is demanding less and less, right? It's you can wear whatever you want now, and you can call home on your missions. You don't have, and you don't want to go to early morning seminary, we'll do it online. Or, it's demanding less and less of people.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's demanding less and less, I think that people aren't going to be in the future as, I don't know what the right word is, but as committed or whatever. And so the point I'm getting at is things like support groups for people leaving the church. Like, I see that being less needed. Like, you don't need a support group to leave the gym, right? To leave your gym membership.
Right.
And so when it's not something that's demanding so much from you, you just quit going when you want to leave. So I guess what I'm saying is, my theory is that you won't need support groups in the future to leave Mormonism. You just quit going because they're not demanding that much of you anyways.
They've entered into a vicious circle of people are leaving, so they're demanding less so that people won't leave, but that's causing more people to leave. And so it's a difficult situation that they find themselves in.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to put on the screen, or in the live chat, I'm going to put the address to StreamYard in. If you want to join the show and talk to Nathan, that would be super. Or let us know what's going on in your life with your deconstruction, or whatever it might be. This is the show that doesn't really have a lot of rules. Somebody asked the other night, what's the point of this show? What's going on? And I said, the show has no point. It is the Seinfeld of podcasts. Oh, hey, can I see what it's saying?
It doesn't say anything anymore. She changed it.
Oh, shoot. Diamond Dave, when he flashed it before. Hello, Diamond Dave, by the way. How are you doing?
I'm drinking too, so I'm good.
Still German beer, eh?
Yeah, it was the only one that's available right now. They're doing like a full restock. So, I mean, because it's changing from spring to summer, so they're like ripping out some products, putting in new products. You know how it goes, right?
I guess so. You have to go to Mongolia to get a good German beer today.
No, I'll just get good beer in general. Yeah.
What's up, Diamond Dave?
I haven't talked to you, Nathan, since Latter Daily Digest, was it?
Yeah, it's been at least a year, I think.
Yeah, I'm in Mongolia now. I got married. I'm an alcoholic, I guess. But yeah, things have been going pretty good. How have you been?
Great. Yeah, really, really good. Playing a lot of music and stirring up as much BS online as I can.
I saw. I like to participate in the trolling and back you up.
I've seen it. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's really nice. You got his back.
Yeah,
you got his six.
I mean, I like trolling trolls in general because it's like, if you troll a page, people think you're a prick. But if you troll the troll, you can say pretty much anything and nobody cares. So I can just go off and everyone's like, yeah, he's going after the trolls. Look at him go. Yeah. So.
Well, good. Speaking of trolls, we have Alex, the multitasker.
The multipass.
The multipass. Wait
a minute. Fifth Element reference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
the
Okay.
multi-pass. Well, that's good because I'd never seen the movie. I started watching it once, but it was too boring.
Oh man. It's
Okay.
nice meeting you, Nathan.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Good.
Where are you from?
I'm in Oregon. I grew up in Texas, but you and
Okay.
I met at Thrive.
Oh, okay.
I made fun of your hat at the karaoke. Yeah, and then your wife changed it briefly. She changed it to something else. It was rather crude, but by then the party was dispersing. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in charge of the message, so I have to take it anywhere I go, and she can always, correct the record by typing her opinion or what she would say the truth out. So
Yeah, my favorite was my wife has to live with this.
yeah, that's what she typed when I was speaking at Thrive.
Yeah.
Can you imagine living with this? Yeah, I was a little bit over the top during that. I'll admit.
You were great. You were great. Don't listen to anybody who tells you different. Okay. Hey, everybody. I just want to mention something. Okay. This is tonight. Oh, crazy news. Okay. Just a couple of things. I want to mention this to you. Okay. Because it's very, very important that there was an announcement that was put up by Dives over at the Mormon News Roundup. You may or may not know him, but he was taking a well-deserved victory lap when he put this up this past week. It says the Mormon News Roundup, that's his show, recently sprinted past Scripture Central, Mormon Stories, Mormon Discussions, and just about everyone else on its way to the summit of the YouTube mountain, now sitting at 3,000 plus videos and growing. That's crazy. I think that means crazy in a good way. So I'm not sure it has to be interpreted like that. At this point, who actually stands between me and the title of most prolific Mormon / ex-Mormon YouTuber of all time? You know.
Alyssa Grenfell.
No, okay. Hang on a second. You know the king. He says,
All right,
the
I'll let
king.
you finish, and then I'll go off. And then
He's going to
go
be the
off.
king.
You go ahead.
And I know you're paying attention to how he's defining this, right? The narrow definition. And how long until this channel stands alone at the top? Watch to find out.
All right. I got to comment on this because social media is my thing, and I have my own social media consulting business. Yeah, sitting at 3,000 videos and 7,000 subs, that's not good at all, right? The view to video ratio is not good. Who is the king? Well, it's Queen, and that's Alyssa Grenfell, because she only has a few hundred videos and she's at hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
But how many of those 7,000 videos are actually his own versus something been freebooted?
That's something that I pointed out back when I was living in Utah, because like I this was back during, like, shall we say, various controversies occurring, and I told my TBM Mormon roommate about it, and we were just kind of going through his videos. And I've talked about this on RFM's channel before, but RFM and Rebecca Biblioteca, they have a Mr. Beast video, like, partnering with the church, right? And you look at the thumbnail, and then you look at his video 1 month later, the thumbnail is virtually exactly the same. And we were able to trace it. And we never heard of this guy really before at that time. And as outsiders, we were able to, like, oh, this is copy pasted, right? So
Pretty the apostate says, I only watch his content to make sure he hasn't stolen mine.
well, yeah, and
yes.
Oh, real quick. Another thing about YouTube so YouTube prioritizes original content. If you have similar thumbnails or similar themes or the exact same videos, YouTube actually will restrict its views. It will not test it as much as opposed to the person who originally uploaded it. That was released actually back in, I think, spring of 2025, and it's gotten more because of AI content creators. Earlier this year in 2026, there's a whole thing for content creators about clarifying the original thing from last year, and it's only gotten more harsh. So anyone who has a YouTube channel, not directed at one person, but just anyone watching this who wants to start a YouTube channel, original content will take you far. copy pasting other people's content or even doing reaction videos of other people's content is restricted.
Well, he's gotten into, I think, a lot of, hang on a second here, because I'm going to let Nunya onto the stage, who's entered into the, well, hey, Nunya, I see you're trying to get in, but there's not enough of a connection. Okay, now I can add you to the, okay, now all of a sudden you're coming in. Keaton, I think I have you. Here you go. There's Nunya. How you doing, Nunya?
I'm all right. I followed the instructions that you had.
Which instructions? To get on the show, or I'm so sorry, what?
Look at his icon.
And why aren't your lips moving? And
it's a screenshot of Nate.
Yeah, you said get your screenshot.
Okay, I think we've got some kind of a lawsuit going on right now. Your name, image, and likeness is being appropriated. And I must say misappropriated, Nathan. Okay, well, we'll probably let it slide, but I can't speak for Nathan. I do want to say this, though. Watch this. Because this is an example. This is the same podcast.
Wow, he took in this one, he took 4 thumbnails that people already uploaded and put it into one.
Yes, and the entire thing, of course, is the collection of everybody else's reactions to the lawsuit.
I mean, now here's the thing, because I've talked with D-Vase before, right? And this is what I don't get. This is what I don't get. And if D-Vase watches this, you can yell at me or you can explain this to me. Either way, I don't care. I'm very curious to know. D-Vase has a lot to say. And in my experience with talking with him, both on his channel and a couple times off his channel, he's a reasonably intelligent human being, right? He's not a doorknob. Like, he has things to say and he's reasonably intelligent. So what's with the ripping off of people? Just make your own. If you want to use AI, use vidIQ. I mean, that's what I do for my Fallout channel, and I make almost $1,000 a month off of that alone, right? Like, you don't, like, why? I'm not judging. I'm just curious. Like, what's with the ripping off?
Yeah, so this is here, and then he did it to the wrong person.
Oops.
Britt Hartley. So he did the same thing to her, I think not once, but twice. Oh, this is the other video. That's right. If you'll hang on just a second. This is why I have these up over here. The slides up in a different window is what I mean. I forgot I had this video that I wanted to play. So let me, let's view this in slideshow. Hang on a second here. No, that's not going to work. Excuse me, everybody.
Nate, now that you've been on Mormonism After Dark, Nate, D-Vase is probably going to start copying your shit.
He already has.
Oh, he has? Okay.
Yeah. He took, I have a video that is just called, I just named it Why I Left, I think is the one he took. And he took it and made, a new thumbnail and stuff, and it looked fine, but never asked or never mentioned it. I would have said go for it, but yeah, he never had the decency to ask, and so I thought that was a pretty shitty thing to do.
So for people who go ahead, RFM.
No, you go ahead. I was just going to introduce the video.
Were you going to bring up fair use, Dave?
No, what I was going to say is there's a strategy on YouTube called Yoink and Twist, and he's doing it wrong. So what Yoink and Twist is it's an actual thing. Yeah, well, it's an actual thing.
I'm interested.
I know you are. But basically what it is, it's like, for instance, I do gaming, right? So I see a Fallout 4, it's a video game. I see a Fallout 4 content creator do a specific video on a specific topic. I like that topic. So I do a video on the same topic, but I put my own twist to it. I do my own thumbnail to it. I give my own perspective on it, right? So even though it's the same topic, it's a completely different video and it's original, right? This is what D-Vase is doing is not that. It's literally copy pasting and using AI to like change some things so it's not technically a copyright thing.
Yes.
And I mean, technically what he's doing, I mean, D-Vase is not technically violating copyright, technically. However, he's shooting himself in the foot because, I mean, if anything, what's going to happen is one of two things. People are going to watch Britt Hartley's video, like in this case, see his and not watch it at all. Or they're going to watch his video on Britt Hartley, see Britt Hartley's because, you know, he tags them and whatever. He does tag them. But then they're just going to go over to Britt Hartley's channel and never come back. So, I mean, you're shooting yourself in the foot with this strategy.
This is almost a 10-minute. I'm sorry, is that Alex?
No, that was Nunya.
Nunya, you look like Nathan.
Oh, Nunyathan.
Very good. We'll call it Adamic.
Yes. How do you say Nathan in Adamic? Nunyathan.
It works for me. I believe it.
I need more alcohol for that.
I believed it for decades, baby.
So what I was going to say is one thing I think D-Vase did well were some of the interviews that he did where he injected himself as the interviewer.
Sure.
And those actually, honestly, those were good because that was like a creative reuse. It gave me little bits of flavor of What's Up, Tiger Lily?
With Woody Allen?
Yeah. Where, you know, he just redubbed a film essentially. So the spy film became a chicken sandwich film. Or a tuna salad sandwich film.
Those are brilliant. Those are brilliant. If he sticks to that,
if he would stick with that,
if he sticks with that, he's golden. Like, he's golden. Like,
well, hopefully he's watching and he could take this advice. But I want to play for you just the first couple of minutes of this, okay? Now, here's what he does. He actually has a track record of doing this because, believe it or not, Britt is not the first person that he has offended mightily. And what he does is he'll do a response video. He'll do something awful to somebody, and then they get mad and they do something, and then he does a video that's a response to that, where first off, he will run them up the flagpole and say how wonderful they are in order to lay the groundwork for why it is that it's so terrible what they're doing to him, because he is, of course, cast in his favorite role of the victim. And then he works into the insults. Now, we're not going to go into the insults that he does at the end of this. Insults to her personally, okay? And questioning her bona fides as a feminist, which is, of course, you know, that's where he goes. But he always starts off with this patented, tried and true way of just lavishing praise all over her. And then he'll finally get around to saying what the heck it is that the issue is.
I've been hesitating to make this video because I know that I'm going to get a lot of pushback, but I can't keep this inside anymore. It's time for me to address Britt Hartley from No Nonsense Spirituality. Now, if you're not familiar with her, here's a quick overview. Britt Hartley, known for her no-nonsense spirituality platform, is an ex-Mormon voice who has carved out a thoughtful space in the post-religious landscape. After leaving the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Hartley began publicly examining spirituality without dogma, authority claims, or supernatural certainty. Her work is shaped by skepticism, psychology, and lived experience rather than revelation or scripture, and it resonates with people who still value meaning and ethics but reject institutional religion. What sets Hartley apart is her refusal to replace Mormonism with another rigid belief system. Instead of trading prophets for gurus, she emphasizes intellectual honesty, emotional health, and personal responsibility. She openly critiques high-demand religions, spiritual bypassing, and manifestation culture, calling out how these frameworks can replicate the same harms that she experienced within Mormonism. Hartley's tone is calm, analytical, empathetic, making her especially effective for audiences who are experiencing a faith transition. Now, rather than offering easy answers, Britt models what it looks like to live without them: grounded, curious, and unapologetically human. Solid short. Let me start by saying this. I respect so much of what Britt stands for. I followed her work on the Almost Awakened
now he's going to keep going.
Even back when it was audio only. And I watched dozens of those old episodes. I genuinely felt like she carried the show. And I've also spent a lot of time watching her Instagram content and her long-form YouTube videos over the past couple of years. She's incredibly prolific. Honestly, she's probably produced more ex-Mormon TikTok content than almost anyone else, approaching 30 hours total. When you consider that most TikToks are like 1 to 2 minutes long, that's an enormous output. And I recently loved her appearance on on Rainn Wilson's Soul Boom, and she's appeared on Mormon Stories many times as well. For all intents and purposes, she is an absolute superstar. I mean, at one point, I even reached out to Britt to see if she wanted help with her newly launched long-form YouTube channel. That didn't go anywhere, but to be clear, I used to be a gigantic fanboy. Now, I got to back up just a little bit. I've uploaded a lot of content in the last 4 years since the Mormon News Roundup began, almost 3,000 videos. The vast majority of this is my own work, but occasionally I will repurpose clips from others under what I believe is considered fair use. However, Britt took issue with 2 of my uploads, and this is where things kind of went sideways. Now, before I explain anything further, I need you to understand how YouTube copyright actually works.
Yeah. And then he goes off into that. And I'm not going to follow him that far. But
I'm sorry. Okay, you lost me after the first 30 seconds, because the first 30 seconds of a YouTube video will make or break it.
You see it now. You see it.
Well, no, I saw it from the get-go because, like I said,
RFM didn't see the picture really.
Oh, nice. I just noticed it too. Yeah, so it's like that is a really long intro, and like holy Christ, just
what did you think of my intro tonight? Honestly, what did you think of my intro?
I mean, your intros are solid because you know what's going to happen within like the first minute, but after the first 2 minutes on the video, he's still going, and he's like, but here's what actually happened, and it's like, dude, this could have been an email. Like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get that's his style, and that's fine, but I guess from like kind of like a YouTube standpoint, I want to know what his angle is, because I mean, is he making content for the sake of making content, or is there like an actual goal? Because if there is a goal, it's not visibly apparent.
I've got to tell you, I think it might be visibly apparent, because it really does seem that the sheer number is very important to him. Not only did he mention in the announcement I read that he had put up on wherever he put it up, but also it was featured in that little clip from the video, the 3,000 videos that he's put up. He can't say it enough. I think this is why he does it. He wants to put up more videos.
I mean, I have slightly more subscribers than he does, and I only have 602 videos, and that includes shorts. Like, it's quality over quantity when it comes to YouTube. Unless you just want to, maybe it's a video log. Maybe I'm misreading him. Maybe he's just doing this as like his own personal journal kind of a thing, like his thoughts and whatever, which if that's the case, fine, sure, cool, go nuts. But I don't know what the overall end goal is.
So he's less a doorknob and more of a skin tag.
Well, I mean, like, again, it's like there's a lot of things from my perspective. I just don't know. I don't know what his goal is. I don't know what the point of like bragging about the number of videos is. Like, why the number of videos matters, right? Because most people don't care about that unless it's a video log, right? So I don't know.
Calling him out as a tag is appropriate because he's simply attempting to be an outgrowth on top of other people's work. So
he's like a remora.
If that is the case, he's bad.
Remoras are beneficial.
Are they? I'm sure they are.
For sharks, they are. They help. They actually are part of they groom the sharks. Yeah, so literally, remoras are useful. Like, you would think maybe a tapeworm would be more like it. Something that feeds and doesn't contribute to the host. That is called a parasite.
Well,
but he does have some original work. The first video I saw of his,
he does.
It was a very good podcast length interview he did with a Canadian YouTuber by the name of JJ McCullough. And JJ released a video a few weeks before that, sort of walking through the Mormon church presidents from Brigham Young all the way to what's his face, the one that did the priesthood ban lift. It's a really informative video. It approaches the subject in a very honest way, and D-Vase, as an ex-Mormon, brought JJ on, and they had a really great conversation. But when I looked at the rest of his videos, it was very, very easy to see that he was something of a grifter. And Mike Hurley and CGP Grey, these are old timers in the YouTube space, and a few others. They came up with a word for people who borrow other people's videos and re-upload them as their own to try to earn money off of them. And it's an old word. for privacy, free booting, free boot. Boot is boot treasure free, meaning you're not paying for it in any way whatsoever. So free booting, he's a free booter. D-Vase is a free booter. He's a pirate.
Well, and here's the thing. Jacob Hansen kind of does this. Like, he does the grifting thing too. The difference is Jacob Hansen's actually good at it. Right? Like and this is a personal thing, right? This is just my personal pet peeve. I don't care what you do on YouTube, but if you're going to be a grifter, can you at least be a good one?
I've got to ask a question. Grifter gets used so much, and it's getting used more and more, and I'm still not exactly sure what it is you mean when you say that. What is a grifter, Diamond Dave?
I mean, basically, a grifter is someone who takes a popular topic or a concept or video chain, whatever. It's basically freebooting, but it's someone who sees something that's popular and is like, I want to be big in this sphere. I want to make money off this sphere. I want to be a clout shark and get a lot of reputation from this. And so they move in and they target specific things that'll help them do that. Jacob Hansen does that with a debate where he'll debate anybody under the sun, and he ends up getting on like Jubilee and, you know, with all these other people, right?
Yeah,
because
and
they want attention.
I was going to point out the older definition, which is con artist. Essentially, you'd go on the grift. So you'd go like maybe you're selling door-to-door magazines, but the subscriptions never arrive, or you're offering like your claim you're a filler brush bill, and perhaps your your product isn't up to standard. You know, it's a very subpar product that breaks very quickly. This, you know, that was how people would go around running their con games, their shell games, and grift. Look, 3-card Monty. There you go. That's your grift. Like a classic grift.
Nate, go ahead. Go ahead, Nate. Okay.
Yeah, well, what I would say is the part that doesn't make sense to me, if he is attention seeking and grifting and all these things, then I don't understand why he goes in the next breath and basically offends the entire, you know, community of, you know, of ex-Mormon podcasters. He has done various things that have got us all, you know, unfollowing. I know I did, and I went on his show and I liked him okay, and then I found out some stuff with Colch and some stuff with RFM and Bill, and I'm just like, I'm done with this guy. So that doesn't make sense to me. Someone that's clout chasing and grifting and all this, to turn around and stab everyone in the back.
Well, it makes perfect sense because it's called rage baiting. Right. So you hype up people and you spin around and you stab them in the back. I mean, this is a common tactic that influencers do in general all around the world. Like, I've even done this sometimes with, you know, like, you know, my Facebook page and things like that. It's a pretty good strategy because if you're reposting people's content, people have seen it already. And this goes back to the yoink and twist where you have to put your own spin on it, right? So his is controversy. He wants to be controversial, and he wants to be like, yeah, I really like the ex-Mormon community, but bam, 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 bam. And the goal is to like catch people off guard. And it's a way to separate himself, right?
Well,
from the ex-Mormon community.
He's definitely done that.
Well, and here's the thing. This is where, I mean, it's a double-edged sword and it's a risky strategy because on the one hand, yes, you set yourself apart from that particular community you're a part of, but you also risk isolating yourself and stalling out. And that's a strategy from my professional thing I would not recommend in the ex-Mormon space, because the ex-Mormon space compared to gaming, sports, fashion, it's a very small community, and everyone, like, I mean, you look at the chat here, I guarantee you most of these people also go to Alyssa Grenfell, they go to John Dehlin, they go to, you know, Rebecca Biblioteca. You're sharing the same pool. So when you isolate yourself from a small pool, you could go mainstream, but when it comes to topics like Mormonism, that's hard to do. It's possible, but it's a very big risk, and I would not advocate it for like this whatsoever.
But don't know. I mean, recently, it finally leaked out the whole Lego scandal that involved the Mormon guys. Alyssa Grenfeld actually covered that today.
Yeah,
so,
and I mean,
that's breaching containment, from outside the Mormon sector, and getting people to see that, as an aspect that's coming in. I mean, the church has nothing to do with it, just to fill RFM in.
But essentially, guys, we're missing something here. If Alyssa Grenfell called for volunteers, I'd show up. If Rebecca called for soldiers to fight in a battle, I would show up with my boiling pot as a helmet and my broomstick. I'd stick a bit of flint on the end. I'd engineer some weapons. And I would do either one of those for either one of those two women because they are credible. They are intellectually honest. Mm-hmm. And they are vulnerable in a way without appearing to be doorknobs or victims. So there's a kind of honesty that is missing from Dives. And Tim said in the chat that he's probably here in the chat, or he's watching live, probably eating all this up because he adores the attention. Well, Dives, if you're here, watch all you want, honey, but I'm not going to fight for you. For one, I'm not going to believe a word. I mean, the sound of you is reassuring, but I can't believe a word you say.
Yeah. And I mean, that's part of like the isolating, because when you isolate yourself from the community, you lose credibility from the get-go. We're not even on stage 2 of whether or not you say is factual, right? But just when it comes to human behavior, when human beings separate themselves from a group, they're automatically seen as less credible from the get-go.
See, I was trying to pull the oxygen out of the Dives conversation, and changing the topic so that way, we suffocated a little bit, but
Thanks so much. We really appreciate it. By the way, we're being joined now, I think for the first time, by Bicentennial Day Saints. How are you doing?
Good. Hello. 200 years since Joseph Smith got sued in New York by the Stowe family last March.
You're right. Oh my gosh, I hadn't even thought about that. That's great. Yes, he did. He got sued, and it's an amazing story. Why is it that you're thinking about that?
Well, I'm just thinking about like how the First Division celebration kind of got interrupted by COVID, but the bicentennial of the organization of the church is going to be in 4 years. And there's going to be a lot of real bicentennials between now and then that really did happen. That's worth remembering.
That is a great point. I hadn't even thought about that, but you're right. Wow. So are you big into church history? Tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Oh, sure. I've been watching content for about a couple of years. SEC thing really kind of shook me back in 2023. Yeah. And don't tell anybody, but I'm actually still an active member, still have callings, but very, very on the fence.
We won't tell anyone. We're very tight.
Listen, we all have problems. Some of us drink low quality liquor. Other people, might accidentally go out and kill people. And, you just have to be part of an organization that protects pedophiles.
There was nothing accidental about it. Nothing. Okay, thanks, Nathan. So Bicentennial Day Saints. Yeah, so you're still going to church. Are you married?
I am. Yep.
Asking for a friend. And is your wife active in church?
Yeah, so we're both active. We got 2 kids, but we'll figure it out.
Would it be awkward if you stopped going?
It could be.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Well, it's so nice to have you here. How old are you?
36.
You look so young.
Oh, thanks. It's the filter, maybe.
Maybe the Holy Ghost. Yes, it is. So
it's the light that's still in his eyes. The lack of excommunication or like rescinding membership.
That's the one. The light that we can see so abundantly in Nathan's eyes.
What part of the world are you in? You don't have to say exactly, but are you out west or in the?
Yep, Davis County, Utah. Mormon Belt.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's really nice that you watch. How long have you been watching this show, first off?
Since its inauguration.
No way, because it's almost is it over 2 years now, or is it coming up on 2 years?
It's been about that.
I saw, you get the feed going, and I saw this thing. It's actually because I was looking up, trying to find this show to send a link to somebody. Hopefully they're watching. Hi, if you are. But and I saw the date on it, and it was something like September something in 2024. And I went, oh my gosh, have we been doing this show for 2 years? And apparently we have. What keeps you coming back to the show Bicentennial Day, Saints?
I don't know.
Your bow tie.
I want to say something. I want your answer to. I'll give you a second to think about it. I want to once again thank so much to the listener who has sent me this box of bow ties. I have been wearing since I announced it, and this has been some weeks ago, a different bow tie every week because there's so many ties and they're all different colors and different shades. It's beautiful. I still am not to the bottom of that box. Okay, now Bicentennial Day thanks. And thank you again also for the fake cigarettes.
No, I just can't get enough of all the content because when the church is such a foundation to who you are and your identity, when it gets shaken, it takes everything out of you. And so, I mean, just getting addicted to content and research and history is kind of like the new foundation until you're able to figure out who you are without the church. So I'm still in that phase where I don't know who I am without the church. And so just learning everything is at least, it's enough grounding to keep me in a good mental health state.
So I'll ask you,
find a life outside it.
Mm-hmm.
My question for you is, were you born in the covenant or were you a convert?
I was born and raised.
Gotcha. That, and that would definitely affect your ability to have an identity outside of Mormonism. So it's very, very understandable, where you're coming from with that.
Can I share a little, quick little story that's you just reminded me of?
Please.
So on Memorial Day, we were having a family event here at the lake, and my family for the past 3 years, my dad and brothers, we've been pretty strained, but we were trying to have a family event like the good old days. Anyway, I get a phone call, and a year ago or 2 years ago, this was pretty common when I was podcasting and doing all this. I would get random calls, but I get a call, and it just I don't want to say too much without her permission, but it really just tugged at my heart. It was a woman, 60s lady from Utah saying, brother Nathan, I found your content. I found your interview on Mormon Stories or whatever. And she just poured her heart out. She says, I have no one to talk to. I don't believe this anymore. My whole family's going to disown me. She's just pouring her heart out like she was begging just someone to talk to. And I'm with my families. I didn't really have a lot of time. I took down her number, and and my wife was there listening, and we're basically in tears just hearing. We forget that there's people every day that are going through these hard times that I know I went through, and that most of us have went through, and just to hear this from her, it just touched my heart, and found out that she's actually moving close to where we live, and we said we'll get together, and here's our addresses and everything. So anyways, I just my heart goes out to her, and for anyone that we're here having a good time tonight, but it's such a hard thing for so many people, and want to just recognize that.
Thank you so much, Nathan. I bet you were a hell of a bishop.
Well, I did my very best, and I was a cut up and palled around with the youth and had a good time. But it's just not what I hoped and thought that it was. So,
yeah. Well, thank you anyway, and thank you, Bicentennial Day Saints, for joining us. Stay on as long as you like. You're always welcome. Kolob Choir Queen joins us. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm good. I just feel like we needed a woman here. It was starting with a general conference with all you boys in your red chairs, and I thought, you know what, I can do this. I'm a woman.
RFM, you should.
Well, we'll let you give the closing prayer, okay?
I mean, if you feel that I'm ready, and I'll bring in my Relief Society voice, sisters.
Do you have the donut, sister?
I'm going to need more alcohol for that.
Oh, my goodness. So, Kolob Choir Queen, I've been reading your comments for so long. Are you, in fact, are you, in fact, related to, are you a member of a choir?
No, I did audition once, and I made it to the last round, and I didn't make it in, and I was honestly shocked. I'm a really good singer. And then I left the church, and I thought, well, damn, that ship has sailed. So
It was the Tabernacle Choir?
It was, well, I was on they were auditioning 2 altos, and I know the girl who got in, and she's way better than me. So, yeah.
Hey, I want to tell you a joke. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a soprano and a terrorist? Ready?
Yeah.
You can negotiate with the terrorist.
Oh, please. That's tenors you can't negotiate with.
First wife, soprano. Absolutely.
I think she deserves to be put in the queen's position instead of being that tile at the bottom, RFM.
Oh, well, aren't you nice?
Yeah, why am I at the top? How did that happen?
Because you're the god of the internet.
First in, first out.
I'm the god of the internet. Are you trying to make me blush? Because it's
I'm gonna put myself right there.
I'm trying to make everyone blush. I'm the only girl here. I have to make all of you blush.
I'm in the Paul Lynde spot. By the way, it was my first wife, the soprano, who told me that joke.
Oh, well, I mean, it is kind of funny.
It is, isn't it?
RFM, I emailed you, 2 years ago.
Have I responded?
No, but it's okay. We can still be friends. I still like you. You're busy. You have tons of fans.
Does RFM respond to emails?
But I thought you might respond because I felt like my email was clever because I had been taking
I haven't read it. If I'd read it, I would have responded.
My own emails are clever. But I had been taking notes of I listened to all your stuff as I was deconstructing, and you have such a great vocabulary, and I kept jotting down all these words that I kind of know or don't know or want to use better, and so I made this RFM new word list, and then I sent it to you. But it probably got buried
2 years ago.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
Wow. Was that at the Radio Free Mormon 1@gmail.com address?
Gosh, I can't even remember. I can resend it to you sometime.
How did it never got here? That's my defense.
Guys, I need some proof. I missed that. Sorry.
The buck never got here.
Yeah, well, I didn't send it with a super $100 chat. That's probably the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I would have seen it anyway. I'm so sorry. I am swamped. I do see why it is that sometimes people have to have staff.
Yeah. To manage all your fans. I get it. So Nathan Hinckley, I am also a musician, though. I mean, I don't know if you could tell from the choir reference there.
I can tell, and you have a beautiful voice. I can tell already.
Yeah, well, the Mormon Tabernacle Choir will never get it. So don't even ask, Matt Wilbur. Don't even ask.
Okay, I want to ask something. Could you and Nathan give us a couple verses of Islands in the Stream?
I don't know that. Sorry.
That's okay, Nathan. You know how it goes. I mean, that's been a hit, at least twice.
Islands in the stream. That is what we are. No one in between.
How can we
sail away with
you? Everybody to another world, and we'll rely on each other.
Bicentennial got in on that part.
That's the only part I know.
It's tough to resist, really, when Kenny and Dolly go at it in a nice way.
What type of music do you? I know choir. Is that? Do you like other types also? Collab.
I mean, I like all types of music, but I'm writing a musical, and this is what I'm really excited about. I need maybe I need you guys to I don't know, in the live chat, follow up on me. Oh shoot, this show is getting canceled. Dang it! I better maybe you have a woman with you now.
Everybody's a critic, and especially Trevor.
Maybe I need some accountability. That's what I need. Okay, so I want to write this musical about Joseph Smith, but from the perspective of the rocks in the hat, and call it Joseph Smith and the Rockettes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I really want to do it. I want to have the personified rocks. I've been doing all this research, and the hat probably as a character. So it'll be a small cast, maybe 45 minutes, but have the hat be a character, the white hat, and then the brown rock, the white rock, maybe Sally Chase's green rock. Anyway, I've been doing all kinds of research.
Is there room for a
question?
Exactly, Bishop Hinckley. Yes.
How about a clock and a candelabra too?
What?
I have
a clock and a candelabra too.
Well, I mean, what's a good musical without a candelabra? But that's what I'm. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I want to get now. I'm a teacher, and I just got done teaching choir for the year. So now I want to get it done during the summer. So
I got an idea.
What's your
Maybe
idea?
you can get the rights to use the song "I Am a Rock."
I am a rock. That one.
You know that one.
Yeah, isn't that Paul? Who is that? Simon and Garfunkel?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'm sure they'll sign over the rights to some rando woman in Utah. Yeah.
I think they might lease them for the correct price. Is all I'm saying.
Well, I'll do
what I want to know. What I want to know is, will the Rockettes be showing porn shoulders?
Dang it! Here's the problem: porn shoulders are not porn shoulders anymore.
No,
we can't even show our shoulders and get those side eyes from our grandma anymore.
Will the Rockettes be showing more than porn shoulders?
What about porn,
for sure. The Rockettes.
ankles?
There'll be a lot of legs.
Cool. Sign me up. I'll pay for this.
I think I want the top hat to be a tap dancer. So RFM, if I do it really, really well, maybe I'll come back to you and you can put on your tap shoes again and just tell me what you think.
This top hat that dances is reminding me of a scene from Lidsville.
Oh, well, I need to check it out.
Anybody? Is that you down there, Nunya?
What? No, that's not me. Topper? My laugh sounds terrible.
That was Charles Nelson Riley. How's that for a topper?
Oh. RFM showing his age. He made 2 Liberace references and nobody got it.
I didn't even.
I got him.
Back when I was in 8th grade, I mean, Lidsville, I watched that on Saturday morning. I had the whole song memorized, and it's quite an extensive narrative type of song too.
Yeah.
I get all of the country music references.
Choir Queen, you mentioned you're doing a lot of research for the rock characters. What does that mean?
Oh, well, I went to Benchmark Book in Utah or in Salt Lake, and I spent $300. But this is the best. This is the best story. So I went to Sunstone last fall, in July or something, and I was taught. I wanted to go hear a paper read by some super old guy. Maybe you guys know him. He looked like 80, and he was referencing one of the he had gone back east and had found the documentation in court files of where Joseph Smith was arrested, since you mentioned that earlier. Anyhow, so I went to Sunstone to hear this guy read the paper that he had written about it. And I'm sitting down next to this guy who looked like a normal guy, and I was like, we're both on the front row because I don't listen unless I'm on the front row to anything. So I was on the front row listening to this paper. It was about to start, and I start chatting this guy next to me, chatting to him and telling him how I want to write this musical about the Rockettes. And he's looking at me like I'm a crazy, which I mean, yeah, maybe. But then he was telling me how much he knows about this. He's like, I know a lot about that. And so then I start asking him questions, and turns out I've done a lot of research, and I was like, oh, this guy knows his stuff. Like, he really knows. And then I was like, gosh, well, I'm writing this musical, and are you, do you think you could like be willing to look at my notes once I sketch them out? And he was like, absolutely. So I have him write down his email, and I was like newly Exmo at this point, or like I'm fairly new out of Exmo Mormon. Anyway, and when I was growing up, like real Mormons did not go to Sunstone. It was only the edgy ones, right? So this guy writes down his email address, and it was, I don't think he would mind me saying it, he's a super nice guy, but it was Mark Ashurst McGee at Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I like gasp and look at him, and like he's some kind of spy and gonna like turn me in or something. Anyway, turns out he is one of the top church historians on the Joseph Smith papers, and he wrote his whole dissertation on the rocks in the hat. Anyway, he told me the book to read. I'll go grab it.
I feel like we got the backyard professor on the show.
This is the book he told me to read, Mark Ashurst McGee. And then I was like, oh yeah, well, no wonder he told me to read it. I went home and looked him up, and I was like, oh, this guy is a big deal. He wrote the whole foreword to it. So that's the kind of research I've been doing, because I would like the show. I want it to be very funny and historically true-ish. Obviously rocks don't talk and hats don't talk, but maybe the rocks don't talk in real life, but they did manage to give Joseph Smith a lot of inspiration. So I'm going to run with them.
What's the conflict that will provide the drama?
I think the one of the rocks. Okay, so the very good question. So one of the rocks is brown, one of the rocks is white. I could do a lot with race. I could do, but I think I'm going to ultimately have the rock have a faith crisis and lose faith in Joseph Smith.
Make the green stone turquoise and make him.
And the Urim and Thummim, those damn Urim and Thummim that come in, no one sees them, but they get all the credit when it's really the brown stone and the white stone. That's it. That they are like the enemies, the Urim and Thummim. So,
the Willard Chase story, right? There's a little conflict there. Perhaps it could be fanned into something bigger.
Remind me.
Willard Chase is the guy.
Yeah.
It was his dad, I think, who owned the property, and Willard
Sally Chase was the seer.
Yeah. And he's a friend of Joseph, I believe, at least on again, off again. And I think that Sally was there too. Well, she may have been, but Hiram perhaps was there. They were digging a well on the property. And according to what's his face, Willard, oh my God, look at the rats. He's down there digging at the bottom of the well, and he finds this really cool stone, which ends up being one of the seer stones. And Joseph Smith is up there at the top, and he says, here, let me take a look. And he throws it up to Joseph. And from that point, Joseph really doesn't give it back.
Yeah. Yes. Right. And so Joseph kind of usurps the rock, right?
And Willard Chase was not happy about it. I think there could be a very dramatic pas de deux between Willard Chase and Joseph Smith fighting for the rock.
Love it.
Well, I think that sounds very interesting, and I would definitely watch or would love to see that come about. As far as the rock thing, so I don't have experience with a seer stone. I have my own, but it's never done anything for me. However, my father-in-law, he is a very country guy. He grew up in the hills of Tennessee, and he still believes to this day, as many people in this area do, that they can find water by witching, or there's a lot of different words for it, but by basically using either little copper wires or certain kinds of sticks. And the well that's on his property that his house is fed by, he found by witching the water. And long story short, I build houses as one of my jobs. And there came a time when it was going to really affect my pocket, my bottom line, and how far I had to drill to find the water on this property. And so I'm like, do I believe, like, do I want to have him come and witch for water? Like, do I believe that? And I'm like, I do not. And, I'm already Exmo. Like, I do not believe that. I'm talking to the well guy. I'm like, is that a thing? He's like, come on, do you really? But the
well guy has to.
Even to this day, I suppose that in the time it was sort of similar. Like there are plenty of people. And what are those guys that go around debunking things? There's a whole TV show about it.
They're called debunkers, Nathan.
What is it?
Debunkers.
No, it's close to that though. You guys know what I'm talking about. They did a whole.
Is it Mythbusters?
Mythbusters. They did a whole episode on this whole water thing, and of course I don't believe it, but many people do, and I suppose that's what the Rock would have been 200 years ago.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I mean, to call. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, to call up Queen's thing, like, that sounds really cool. I thought about, like, it would be funny to do a musical for my situation, but I'm under an NDA, so I can't.
Wait, what's your situation? The internet god living in Mongolia? What?
I could post the name in the private chat so long as anyone, like, people don't say it. But the name of the group that I have an NDA with. But
well, maybe you shouldn't post it.
Yeah, no, don't risk that.
No, I said in the private chat because, like, I know I can talk about some things, but not the details that I want to.
I still wouldn't, man.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Everybody here who's currently under an NDA, raise your hand. Are you kidding me? Wow, I can say that. I can say the name.
I'll say the name in private chat if you guys really want, not like in the actual full chat, but just
like you're begging us to tell us what it is.
Yeah,
you really want to tell us, don't you, Diamond Dave?
I kind of do, kind of don't. I can say the name, but that's about it.
Okay, very good.
That's kind of why I have to bring this hat around with me. My wife is in charge of my. The things that I can't disclose, my NDA.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. So she'll type it out on my hat to correct the record.
That's very interesting, Diamond Dave. I'm not saying anything.
I know.
Picture keep changing for Nanya.
Yes, Nanya is one of those.
Yeah, you haven't noticed they've been vaguely relevant?
Not really. What? Oh, because those are the two things. Got it.
Dowsing rods. Yeah. This one. The last one was the Mormon spy.
Thank you very much.
Did we lose Bicentennial? I don't know if I answered his question about where I was doing research. I think I just started telling stories, but I hope I did. Anyway, the Rock in the Hat stuff is really famous, or really fascinating, and it's amazing how many Mormons my age, they grew up Mormon, longtime church members have not heard of the Rock in the Hat. So,
oh my goodness. Okay, hang on just a second here. I think we have a soprano who's joined us. Wait a second. I'm going to wait for. Is there gonna? Okay, hang on a second here. Okay, so who's this behind the picture?
Hi, everyone.
Wendy.
Hey, another woman, but they already told me that I could give the closing prayer, right? Right?
Yes, definitely. That's all yours. You go for that.
Wendy doesn't even know how to pray. I've never taught her. She's never asked to learn how. See,
now,
there's only one real way
to baptize me every Saturday.
That's not baptism. That's call the police.
Oh my gosh.
That's not bad advice.
I remember having no idea how to pray when I was 18 and the missionaries kindly teaching me. It's so easy, actually. There's 4 steps to prayer. Are you ready? Are you listening, Wendy? Everybody,
I am listening.
There's 4 steps to prayer. The first prayer, you address Heavenly Father, okay? And he really likes the heavenly before the Father, so Heavenly Father.
Got it.
Second thing is you thank him for what you have. The third step is you ask him for what you want. And the fourth step is you close in the name of Jesus Christ, because that's what makes it work. And then you say amen.
Okay, at what point do I get to ask him why I did not get what I want?
No, I'm sorry. That is not part of the 4 steps.
Is it because
Okay, then forget it. I'm out.
Wendy, did Mr. RFM forget your Frosty again?
Uh-oh. I did remember it, though, didn't I? With all your help, by the way. This is from last week's show. This is kind of a running gag at this point. It's the second time I expect it's going to continue. Do you want a Frosty? Is that why you're calling in, Wendy?
You remembered. Impressive.
Well, it's only because someone else said it. I think it was Alex. Was that Alex? Was that you?
No,
it was me.
Okay. Would you like Alex to get you a Frosty, Wendy?
I think she went.
Hello, Wendy?
Yeah,
Wendy, what went wrong? Little Beach Boys humor. Okay, I'm removing you from the stage at this point.
Wow.
I can dance off too, but thanks for letting a woman share the stand with you guys for a minute, and I'll let you know. Now I've put it out there on the World Wide Web, so I'm gonna come back with some material in a month, maybe an outline.
Awesome.
I'm also thinking that if you had some like Lion King kind of special effects on stage, you could have this massive, huge brontosaurus. I know they don't technically exist anymore, but let's make it a brontosaurus anyway. And have it going across the stage to some strains from Jurassic Park, perhaps, and having it crap out a rock right there on the stage. Because this is what the scientists say. This is where the scientists say that cedar stone came from. It's not actually. It doesn't.
Oh,
it's not native
dinosaur poop. Yes.
Oh, you're saying it's coprolite?
Am I saying what?
Coprolite?
Shit rock.
Yeah. I thought.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this a
RFM, I'm
technical term you're
disappointed in
using?
you.
It's a technical
Coprolite.
term?
Yes.
Copra.
Copra, as in
Yes.
feces.
As in crap. I know. I
Yes.
don't know copra. I don't know coprolite,
Mineralized
but I do know
shit.
coprophilia.
Mineral
Right.
shit,
So I figured
coprolite.
you would take your wonderful ability to use language and then infer from the transition of the end participle, the scent of the word, or
You're
the
absolutely
suffix.
brilliant.
I'm not good enough to read like the live chat and be here yet. I haven't.
Neither am I, obviously.
I can't do Diamond Dave
No,
level
you're
yet.
not.
But I did just glance at it, and I saw that there was some confusion about whether the rock was the brown rock. The brown rock was the rock that brought forth the Book of Mormon, or the white rock. And I just want to say that is controversial, even at church history, like HQ. Some people say that, what's the guy, the apologist, Don Bradley? Is that it?
Bradley. Yeah.
Yeah. So he came up at this Sunstone, and I'm talking to him and Mark Asher McGee, and they're both kind of fighting over like what's the right rock, right? And I was like taking notes. I'm like, this is great drama. So I think that it's debatable. But what I will say, and this part was fascinating, and then I promise I will leave and I'm not stop dominating this chat. But at one point, the guy who wrote Mormonism Myths, who had talked about a clay stone, do you know that one? The clay stone, that Mormonism Myths and Early Mormonism.
How about early Mormonism and the Magic Worldview? D. Michael Quinn?
No, it's not Quinn. You know what? It's not Quinn. I know it's not. It's some other guy. Palmer.
Grant
Palmer. Yes, Grant Palmer. I don't know what he wrote now, but
he wrote what was it? View of Mormonism, something, right? Insiders
View of Mormonism. Thank you, RFM. Yes.
All right. Ding 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 ding.
Good job. You win. This is your show, so good job. You win. So Grant Palmer has like a pretty popular YouTube video that talks about a third rock. Is that it? Are you showing me pictures of it, Alex? Is that it?
Sally with the green.
That's Sally.
Oh, that's the green one. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
this is
Grant,
from the glass slipper.
the glass slipper, right? Yes, I have that too. Part of the $300 purchases of all the research. So Grant Palmer has a story on the internet floating around where he says he got taken to the vault and saw the white stone, the brown stone, and then a clay stone, right? So I thought that at one point would be a good third stone to have in my trio of Rockettes, which I really want a trio. But the church historian told me that he went and did some research, and as far as he could tell, like that story cannot be corroborated. Like it didn't happen. And he told me he wrote down all of his research and gave it to the special collections at the University of Utah Library, but I haven't made it up there to double check yet. But that's what I'll say. The rocks are.
Presumably, he thinks the first vision has been well enough attested to be okay, though.
Well, you know, he seems like a pretty nice guy, but yeah.
What if you have a nice little song? It's sort of a pensive song. It's kind of like a rock ballad, okay? Where Joseph Smith is looking at the brown stone and the white stone, and that's how he comes up with the idea for the Nephites and the Lamanites.
There's one. But Joseph Smith isn't in it. It's the hat. It's
There's
the
no
hat and the rocks, right?
There's no Joseph Smith?
No, it's just the hat and the rocks. We have so much Joseph Smith. Let's just do the personified objects.
Okay.
I mean, it's still a work in progress.
Yes,
Maybe
absolutely.
right, RFM.
Is Joseph Smith even in the vicinity?
Well, he's, the hat talks about Joseph Smith and the rocks talk about Joseph Smith. But
Do they like Joseph Smith?
They're like, Joseph Smith. Well, the rocks are kind of vying for Joseph's attention. I'm sounding crazier and crazier. I'm going to get off before you guys think I'm a lunatic. I'm really not a lunatic, I swear. Someday I'll come back on and tell you how Malcolm Gladwell called me a genius and loves my songs. So there you go. Someday I'll come back on and tell that story, okay?
Someday we'll be asking for your autograph.
Yeah,
we love it. Go for it. We love it.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
You bet. Great seeing you.
Yeah, you too. I'll come back sometime. And thanks for, letting a woman come on.
You're welcome. It was a close thing, really. I almost didn't when I saw it was a woman down there.
Mrs. RFM, are you driving?
I
What?
am. I'm going to take one of my kids' medicine.
You're not supposed to take your kid's medicine.
You can ask RFM. I'm always doing things for my kids.
That's the difference in
No,
a
it's
positive
his medicine I'm taking him. I went and got his medicine, and now I'm taking it to him.
That's very nice of you.
Yes.
Wendy's a very nice person, by the way.
I try to be.
Are you typing something furiously, or is that Diamond
that's-
Dave?
That's Dave.
Oh, he's probably playing
Yeah, I
a
was
game.
going to
He's
say
probably
I
playing
can't
3
type and
games while
drive
he's on
at the
the
same
show.
time.
He's like Spock.
So I called in to tell Nathan how great his George Strait song was.
Oh, thank you, Wendy. I had a couple prepared for you, but RFM said you liked that one. But I love a lot of George Strait songs.
I do too. Whenever I see your videos that I'm assuming Amy takes, she takes great videos. When I see those, it just takes me right back to my childhood. I grew up in local honky tonks in Texas with my grandpa and my dad on stage playing country music. And so I love listening. I just feel like I'm right back there again.
Oh, I love that. And I know that RFM likes his classical stuff and his musicals, and I love that stuff too, but get him in a honky tonk. I want a picture
I
of
was in
him.
one last Thanksgiving, damn it.
Pick or it didn't happen, RFM.
I got a witness.
We need pics.
There are pics, actually.
Pick of what? I'm lost.
In other words, Nathan
What do we
was
need
saying
a picture
that
of?
Nathan
RFM in a honky tonk.
Nathan was deriding me for never having been in a honky tonk before, as if that's some mark of manliness. And I said,
No,
Nathan, I was in a honky
that
tonk.
was just a local bar.
That's not a
That was
honky tonk.
just
Are
a
you kidding
local
me?
bar. That was not a true no, that was not a true honky tonk, honey.
That was the honkiest tonk I've ever seen
In
in
a
my life.
local bar in Texas.
And Nathan, you can't trust pictures. There's AI these days.
Well, Wendy,
I refuse to ever use AI. Ever. I am in a war with my boss over this right now because they want us to use AI, and I'm flat out refusing. It's not happening.
there you go. So if Wendy shares it, we know it's true.
Yes. Well, guess what?
I'm not an AI fan.
Do you have anything else that you want to say, Wendy, and anybody else to throw in here briefly at the end of the show as we come to the conclusion of yet another wonderful episode of Mormonism After Dark?
Our accountability
just that
counter
I'm
is only
glad
at
I
one.
was right. And your show has been wonderful with Nathan as a co-host. I love being right.
That would be
I
fun
give you
to
the chance to be
co-host
right
with
frequently.
RFM.
I'm sorry, what, Diamond Dave?
Oh, I was saying it would be cool to co-host with you someday. I think we could have fun.
And there you go, that little
Dave's
coquettish
work now,
look
and
while you're
Dave
drinking the
is
German
great
beer.
when he's co-hosting.
Well, maybe we will have to do that. So, Diamond Dave, I don't even know how to get a hold of you, but there's probably a million ways to get a hold of you, and I just have to use my imagination.
I mean, Facebook. I can reach out. I can comment on your Facebook page with one of my pages, and you can message me there. That's an option. I can throw my email in the private chat. That's another option. I can do that right now.
Oh, okay, thank you. Because I'll be looking at the private chat later tonight.
He will. I can vouch for that.
By the way, no, and never mind. I was going to ask a question to the public, but I'm not going to ask that question tonight. I'll wait for another time. Oh, I do want to tell you one thing before we go, okay? And that is about, actually what I was going to say, well, enough of talking about that grifter dives. Let's talk about that grifter Jacob Hansen. But we're not going to do that tonight, even though there's some very interesting things to talk about. We'll wait till next week. I'm going to have to go to, where is it? Oh, this is a funny one. This is a very funny one. Over there at Informed Saints, what I call uninformed saints, they're talking about the Mayan prayer that matches Abinadi. This ancient Mayan prayer matches Abinadi word for word. Oh, yeah, SDS. And I'll bet those Mayans quoted the 10 Commandments and Isaiah chapter 53 as well. So let me see. That would be like Abinadi did.
If I can add something to that.
Please do.
There's only 3 or 4 extant Mayan writings.
Yeah,
the rest of the Mayan literature, the mythos, everything was burned. And everything that survives of the Aztec or Mexica literature is all that was preserved by the priests when they first arrived. And it's very, very small. There's maybe 300 to 200 codex.
Is the show still going?
Most of those were intended for public consumption, so people who couldn't read, so they look like comic books. So I don't know where they're getting this. I haven't seen the episode, but Mayan prayers? No.
And I'm sure they prayed to Heavenly Father and closed in the name of Jesus Christ.
No, the Popol Vuh prayed to Kukulkan, who was
just like Abinadi. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, who was a variant of Quetzalcoatl.
And that too. How could Joseph Smith have known? That's my question.
But here's the thing: they're not ex nihilo creators. They're ex materia, meaning that there's another God above them.
Just like the King Follett discourse.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Mormonism, totally true.
Despite the truth, Mormons will try to twist it however they need to so that it fits.
Well, it's a certain skill being an apologist. It's also like being a defense attorney. This is going to be the RFM tomorrow. It was going to be something else, but now it's going to be this. Okay? And it's called Don't You Forget About Moroni. We got an all-star panel. We're going to go do a deep dive on Moroni, and mainly because I have always been sketchy on my grasp of the facts of the different Moroni accounts. First Vision, absolutely. I've got that down backward and forward, and I have for 10 years. Maybe because that was my first episode on Radio Free Mormon about the 1832 account of the First Vision. No, that wasn't the first. It was the second, I think it was. But it was way back there. It was 10 years ago. But I've always felt like I don't really have as good a grasp on the Moroni account. So anyway, I started... This has grown. This has grown incredibly. This whole project, and it took yesterday, and it took today, and there's a whole lot to find out. And I'm not saying I found out everything, but I found out enough that if you watch this, you're going to have a good grasp on the Moroni literature. And if you're like me, that'll be helpful to you. So I'm sorry. What was someone saying? Was that you, Alex?
The thumbnail that you used as a stand-in for Moroni, that's from the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And that's why the title is Don't You
Robert Downey Jr., as a matter of fact.
Real quick, I got to jump in. Kelly and one other person wanted the StreamYard link just to join in real quick.
Well, we're already going home, though.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Sorry. I tried, guys.
Yeah, he tried his best. Don't you forget about Moroni. That's the whole deal right there. And it's going to be great. It's
Nathan,
be great.
you should filk that song as Moroni.
I should do what to the song?
Filk is when you take an existing work and you twist the lyrics to fit like a genre or a TV
okay.
series. So,
like Weird Al Yankovic?
Like, Weird Al does parodies. That's something different. But Filk is close. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Nathan,
you should
Moroni.
do that while dressed as Moroni. Dress up as Moroni and then do that.
Well, if you take it and go, don't you forget Moroni. You see, that actually follows the rhythm at least, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an idea. Judd Hirsch never looked better.
It's
Judd Hirsch. I got the wrong name, don't I?
It's an amazing movie. I watched it a few weeks ago. I forgot how good it was.
Really?
Yes. The Breakfast Club.
Well, let me see here. No, Judd Hirsch was from Taxi. I get this guy confused with him, and I don't know why. Right? Maybe his name has Judd in it. Who's Judd, the cool guy?
Judd. It is Judd, but it's something else.
Judd Law.
I'm gonna look at Breakfast Club. Somebody know?
Judd Law.
No.
That's Jude Law, I think. But let me see here. We've got a Wikipedia. Judd Nelson.
No.
Judd Nelson is the name of the actor who played this guy. Okay, so at least we've solved that mystery tonight, if nothing else. So I'm going to check here and see if anybody has joined. Nobody has used the link. I put the link up there, and nobody's used it to try and come into the studio. Diamond Dave.
Oh well, Kelly said she requested the link and said it was too far up to scroll because
back at 11:44. Yeah, he did.
Like I'm on a sniper.
I see it.
What do you see?
I see back at 11:44 is when you posted the link again, which would have been 2 minutes ago, roughly.
Yeah,
11:44. Is that Nathan talking?
That's Nunya Than. Nunya Than.
It's got to be someone in the Eastern. It's 8:46 here. Who's at 11:46?
God, we're just a bunch of old timers that don't know.
I mean, it's 11:46 here in Mongolia.
Yeah, and see,
and here
there you go.
Now,
Lopsided Leahona has entered the studio.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Lopsided, let's see if your device connects. Right now, it's not connected. So there's nothing I can click to put you up on the stage yet. So it's just a little box there. There's no image in it. It has a little warning triangle with the exclamation point in the middle. It says device is not connected. Underneath it, it says lopsided. And that's all. So there's not even a bar for me to click on.
That happens because the clock on the device is out of sync with StreamYard, so you have to restart the device completely.
Yeah.
So that it pulls a new it syncs the time.
Really? So, hey, Lopsided, if you want to go out and come back in, I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay? So give that a go and see if that'll work, okay?
In this economy, you're going to give her 30 seconds? Or Lopsided?
I thought I was being generous.
He or she?
I thought I was being generous.
Apparently, Lopsided's being good.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't. All I can see is that nothing has changed. I'm going to kick that from the studio. I'm kicking you out of the studio in your inchoate form, Lopsided. So try and sign in again. Okay.
While they're signing in, you want to hear my my nursery rhyme, my short little nursery rhyme?
Yes, absolutely. By the way, we're being joined. You're going to also be reciting this too.
Kurt, what is up?
Kurt Ralph Arman, the history
Hello there.
I recognize that last name.
I know this guy from Facebook.
Yep, that's me.
Oh yeah.
How do I make my screen bigger here?
Are you on your phone?
Are we calling it a screen tonight?
Everything looks so small.
Heard that before.
Tell me about
it. Hey, RFM.
Yes, sir.
Just calling in to say long-time listener, first-time caller. Love Mormonism Alive. Been listening for a long, long time.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It doesn't have a large following, but it is a devoted following. It's kind of like picket fences used to be back in the 1990s.
Yes. I love the show. I come in on Mormonism After Dark sometimes too. So you guys do great work. Just keep up the good work.
Thank you. I stole something that you had made and I put it on my Facebook page. I gave you credit for it and you showed up in the comments.
That's right, on the second anointing. Yeah.
Yes. That whole second anointing thing, they're letting it all hang out now. You know, if the church is talking about second anointing, they have created a third.
The third anointing. That's the one I got.
It's what I would do.
Hey, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
I think you and I had a conversation today online, didn't we?
I don't think so.
Did you post today that you were going to unfriend or block people that were negative or something like that?
There was one guy, I forget his name, but
yeah,
I don't think it was you.
No. You had said starting tonight, I'm going to unblock or whatever, or I'm going to block people that were rude and things. So I made a joke and I said, "Oh, so we have a grace period."
I think that was somebody else, but there was one guy I was dealing with that.
Okay.
He kept saying I was mentally ill and all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't even know you, dude.
All right, no worries. Wow. Yeah, I was joking with someone. I thought it was you.
It must be somebody else. Yeah.
Kurt, so you deny being mentally ill?
Video?
I cannot confirm nor deny. How do I make my screen bigger?
Okay.
Are you on your phone? If you're on your phone, you're stuck with what you have.
Are you on your phone?
I'm in a tiny little screen here. I am on the phone. Oh, I can just, there it is. I just kind of zoomed it in. I can see you guys better.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry, my face is a little sunburned.
I was just thinking that. Actually, I can't see that sunburn at all.
Okay.
Does it hurt? Because it's killing us. I'm so sorry. I haven't used that one since 7th grade. Oh my gosh.
You were waiting so long.
You waited how many years to make this joke, RFM? How many years has it been?
Hang tight. Let's check the cuneiform tablets here.
Somebody stop me. Actually, let's have Nathan stop me.
Okay, this is my nursery rhyme. I call it the M word. My mom taught me not to say the F word. I learned on my own not to say the N word. When I hit my finger, I might say the D word. If I step in it, I might say the S word. If it's cute, I might slap the A word. If she yells at me, I might say the B word. Only in prayer can you say the G word. But according to Nelson, nobody says the M word. I don't know, little nursery rhyme for you.
That's very good. And you came up with that yourself?
I did.
I like it. It's very clever.
Yeah, it's called the M word. Maybe you could be, radio free M word.
Maybe I could, but I'm bringing it back.
We're taking it back.
How long till D-Bay steals that poem and makes a big stink? I
have no idea.
He just
no idea. I still want to know. The
moment it gets on the internet, it's gone.
If he happens to be watching, and I'll be saying this basically in closing, that I still want to know if he ever talks to me or about me, I want him to explain what the circumstances precisely were of his departure from employment at the Mount Nebo Middle School.
And what's the story about the field?
The field?
What's the story about the YouTube?
The field. Something about the field being accosted.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, those are some things we'd like to know. All right.
Sports.
All right. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. Special thanks to my super co-host Nathan Hinckley for that incredible performance of Amarillo by Morning.
Thank you, RFM. I had a good time. Happy to be here anytime that you'll have me.
Well, I may hold you to that, but thank you so much. Let me see here. If I'm going to hit this, I'm hitting in stream, then I have to play outro and in stream. I'm going to hit that button here in a second, but I want to say everybody, once again, to all the people, the guests, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching, everybody out there and in the live chat. And thank you, Lopsided Leahona, for trying to come on the show. Maybe it'll work next time. I hope it does. Tomorrow night, it may be 6:00 p.m. It may be, I don't know what the heck it's going to be. If it's 6:00 p.m., it's Mountain Time. It depends on how long it's going to be. And I got a feeling it's going to be a long one. And there's going to be a lot of time for people to have fun in the live chat. But we'll see how that goes. We're going to be recording that at dark 30 tomorrow morning. And we'll, I think it's going to be great. So thanks once again, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow night in the live chat. Thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend. Good night.